yesterday I split up the lesson into 2 lessons because the 2 concepts are really hard, and I want to make sure we gave enough time to do both. So yesterday what I found was that you were using addition with a part-part total or a part-part start, change, end, those boxes. When would be appropriate for us to use those?
When you're having trouble with the problem.
Oh, careful. When should we use those boxes? When we are doing what?
When we're doing the calendar.
Careful. When we're doing what?
When we're doing number stories.
Number stories. Okay. Word problems. Okay. We wouldn't do them any other time. So, self-check, zone of proximal learning and teaching. Thank you.
Us?
Yep, everyone. So I love that you were using those, and I get why you tried to use them yesterday, because it's our latest concept. And I really, Mrs. Veazey and I have talked a lot this week about how jumped around we feel too, and that it's really hard. So yesterday I decided we were going to do one thing and one thing really well, and then we're going to split it up. We're ahead of everyone in math in our whole district, so we're doing really well with that. So we have plenty of time to now really savor what we're learning, which is important, because what we're learning is probably really, really important. Okay, so yesterday we did just adding 2-digit numbers, right, and regrouping numbers and thinking about ways that we would solve problems. And we'll still do more of that. Today we're going to be doing ballpark estimates. Now, what is a ballpark estimate? You had an idea before. Self-check?
I think it's like something for math or something.
It is a math thing. We are doing math. Do you want to be more specific?
Estimating the length of something.
Not estimating the length of something. She said estimating. And I love that word. What is an estimate? If I were going to find an estimate or make an estimate, what would I do?
You would measure it.
I'm not measuring something.
You would guess.
I would kind of guess. But it's a little bit more than a guess, isn't it? A ballpark estimate is a little bit more than a guess. It's kind of like saying, well, it's around that. Because I kind of took these 2 numbers, looked at them carefully, kind of played with them a little bit, and said, oh, okay, it's around this. So it's a little bit more than a guess, but it's not the right answer completely. If I were to take 2 numbers and add them together, it would not be necessarily the right perfect answer, okay? But it would help me. Now, I use ballpark estimate all the time. When I go grocery shopping, and I say, okay, I've got $20, and I need to find these things, I need to buy these things, do I have enough money? So if something's $2.39, I might use ballpark estimate to help me. So let me show you a little bit about what I mean by that. So if something was $2.39, I then am going to look here. I'm not going to look at the 2. Okay? I'm going to look here, and I'm actually going to look really right here. And kind of right here. Okay? So I'm going to do a ballpark estimate. I'm going to ask myself, when I look at the number, the hundreds chart, okay, when I look at the hundreds chart over here, is my number closer to the one number or the other? So that I can go up to the next 10, or I'm going to kind of go down to the next 10. Okay? So I'm going to look at 39, and I'm going to say, okay, 39 is right here. I'm going to say, is 39 closer, let me just put up my tools for a second. Is 39 closer to 40? Or is it closer to 30? Okay? So is 39 closer to 40, or is it closer to 30? What do you think? I'm going to give you 5 seconds to think. 1, 2, 3. 40. It's closer to 40. Look, it's right. Look, just a little jump, a baby jump. Where versus 39, calling closer to 30, I go, oh, jump, 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 oh, jump. Look at how many jumps I made, right? Too many. Too many.
10.
So, okay, and that's just silly because I could go jump, and I'm right there. So I know that 39 is closer to 40. So at the grocery store, I might say $2.40. Because I don't want to say $2.39 plus $3.28 plus, that takes me too much time. The ballpark estimate puts me kind of right there. Sometimes I might even say, well, gee, $2.39 or $2.40 is closer to $2.50. Or it's closer to $2 than $3. And I can add it up in my head that way. So it's a fast way. It's not a guess, but it's just kind of helping me. Something to add?
What my mom does a lot is when,
Self-check?
$3.99, she would just make it $4.
Yeah, and how come she does that? Really good point.
Because 99 is closer. Like it's only one.
Look at
piece.
shoot, 99 cents or $1. Look at that.
Instead of grabbing a bunch of coins and going all the way.
Yeah, and instead of saying, okay, now that was $3.99 and this was $2.99, I would say, oh well, gee, that's almost $4 and that's almost $3. So gee, I know good, I have $10, $5 is about what it's going to cost. I'm perfect. And that's how we use ballpark estimates, lots of times with money. But we also use ballpark estimates to do other things too that are really quick. If people are adding up numbers really quick, or something that they're doing for work, they might just say, oh, well, it might be around this. So we need about 100 pizzas for the party because, we needed a pizza and a half and a pizza and a half here. So we need about 100 pizzas for that. So when we're looking at numbers, it's just a quick guess, a quick estimate. I love that you use the word estimate because that's really what it is. Ballpark estimate is an estimate. It's about that much money or it's about that much added together or subtracted. Okay? It's really important. So let me show you a poster that I have. Well, let's not do that poster for right now. Let's not do that. Let's just talk about right now this step. Let's go. Is it closer to 110 or to the other? And when we look at the 100 chart, that really helps us. So I'm going to write some numbers on the board, and I want you, with your iPad partner, to talk about is it closer to one number or the other, and then write that down. Okay? And I want you to tell me how come. How come you think that? So let me just erase this so it's not in our way. And I'm going to leave the 100 chart up here so that it might help you with something you need. Okay? So here we go. Ready?
Open up to explain everything.
Up. Yep. All up. Explain everything. Make sure you close out on those apps because I'm seeing someone have to do that.
Oh, right.
Okay, so if new, explain everything, and then tell me, 53, what is it closer to? What's its ballpark estimate based on what we just talked about? And how come you know that? 2 parts. And how do you know that? Talk to your partner. Talk and turn. I love how these two are talking and turning already.
So it's closer to 53. It's closer to
I have one partner group ready, but you also have to be able to tell me how you know that. Can you tell me how you know that? Discuss it. Oh, I see some words going with some people. Nice.
And then we go minus 3, 50, and 3 is younger than 7. Okay,
Yeah, so just don't use it. Sometimes they're not worth it, are they?
I wrote it. I know, but you have to explain how.
One group's all set and ready to explain on top of what they're doing. I see a lot of discussion. That's excellent. That's exactly what we're looking for.
54. We don't do lightsabers because that's just not cool.
Yeah. I don't have my part.
So you do yourself.
You should do.
Are you
I think where you right now with my iPad is fine. I can help you pretty much.
Oh, I've got 2 groups done, 3 groups done, 4 groups done. Excellent.
We're triplet.
Only looking for explaining. Nice job. I like how you're not. I like how you're mixing some numbers with some words because if we were to ask you to explain your thinking at a test like we've done, you would be able to do that. Okay. Who would like to explain their thinking? Who would like to explain their thinking? Kaylin, take control. And Tia. I have to kick myself out. You got it. Yes, you got it. All right. Good.
Yeah.
You guys are getting faster.
Are we on?
You want to walk up? You can if you need to. One partner. Okay, so eyes up. Eyes up. Go ahead.
Okay, so we started at 53.
Yeah.
And then we counted, plus 7. And then we got to 60. And
Okay,
then,
so plus 7 more to get to 60.
yeah.
Okay.
And then we took away 3, and that was less than 7, and we got to 50, so we knew that 50 was closer to 53.
Ooh, I just got goosebumps. Oh my gosh. Can you tell us one more time while everyone's all down? Because that was profound. That group did, ooh, I'm getting goosebumps, teacher goosebumps. Okay, say it one more time.
So we started at 53, and then we did plus 7 to get to 60, and then we went.
So she said it took 7 more. The two of them figured out 7 more to get to 60.
And then take away 3 equals 50, and
So it's only 3 away from 50.
It's less than 7, so we knew that 50 was closer.
Nice. Oh, I have goosebumps. That was beautiful. That was amazing. I love it when you guys share because you say things so profoundly that I might not have thought of. Okay, so bring it down. And someone else different. You come up. One come up. One present.
Next up, why do you guys have it up?
Okay, Lucas, you can come up. It's here. Yep. You guys are getting so fast at this. Okay, all down. 3, 2, 1, 0. Waiting for 1.
So
All
we
done.
did 53 is closer to 52 because is 1 over.
Okay.
I like to do it.
So remember that we're bringing it up a 10 or down a 10. So 53 is closer to 52. That's true. But is it closer to 50 or is it closer to 60 is what we want to know. So which is it?
40.
Closer to 40, how do you know? No, it's
Because-
closer to 52. 53 is closer to 50 or is it closer to
60. Oh, 50.
60? 50. And how do you know that?
I know that because I know because it would take a long time to get all the way to 60. It would take like 10.
Right, right. So we're looking really, is it closer to 110 than the other? Okay, take it down. And let me talk to you a little bit about the way I'm thinking. So we can see it a little bit differently. Because that first one was just so perfectly done. I was impressed. Got it? I'm just going to take control. She and I have to. Let me again. Okay, so when I look at the number 53, all down, eyes up, all down, waiting for 1, and waiting for all eyes, because some of you don't have it. This is hard, I know that, and that's why we're spending just today talking about this. Tomorrow we'll talk about how we're going to add these, but we're not ready for all of that today. Okay, we're going to take it slow. So what you're going to do is say 53. So I'm going to highlight 53 right here. Pay attention because I want you to be able to articulate this. Here's 53 right here, which is really what this group did. Okay? They said, well, where's 53? Then they said, okay, 53 is right here. Now I'm going to think about what is closer. Okay? If I'm 53 here, 50's here, right? It's hard to see there. And 60's here. Right? And she said, oh, well, gee, 1, 2, 3 away from 50, right? Or we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away from 60. Which is closer, 50 or 60? 1, 2, 3.
50.
Okay? I love the way they thought about it. That was just so beautifully done. That's better than I could have done. Okay? So think about ballpark estimates. Are they closer to 110 or the other 10? And we'll be refining it a little bit more later. And we'll talk about actually rounding, which we're not quite there yet, but we will. Okay, ballpark estimates. Is it closer to 110 than the other 10? Okay. Lauren, you can turn me off.